Parliament of Uganda today is on fire.
Honorable Aisha, Lope has been disturbing.
Right, Speaker, I don't know what transpired between you and my Lope. I will leave that to you. Right, Honorable Speaker, I was bringing it to your attention that it is my privilege as a member of Parliament to have an opportunity to attend sittings and deliberate on issues on behalf of my people. But the last parliamentary sitting, Right, Honorable Speaker, I was carried out of house in a very brutal way. My dress was torn. I was actually stripped. Speaker, you've been just spoken about gender violence. I would like to tell you that the way I was carried is dehumanizing, because at one point I was actually being carried by men out of this house. I was denied the opportunity to represent my people. At that point, I want to describe, at one point, men carried me one leg on the right, another leg on the left, just spreading my legs. My dress was completely torn. Right, Honorable Speaker, when I was thrown out of that house, the door behind you, I was actually carried what they describe to be jack by the jack. It's easy to carry a man by the jack. Carrying by the jack is holding someone by the pants. But carrying a woman by the pants, Right, Honorable Speaker, you know what it feels like. Right, Honorable Speaker, two things. Number one, I was denied the opportunity to stay in the house and represent my people. Two, my people were disenfranchised. I should have been here to speak for my people. 100,000 people from Butambala were disenfranchised. You may not have known, it's not only me who was taken out of this house without your directive, because Honorable Charles from Busiro, who had not been suspended from this house, was also carried out, so his people were equally disenfranchised. Right, Honorable Speaker, the point of privilege number one I'm raising is I'm wondering why I was denied the opportunity to represent my people in this house at the time when I needed my voice most. Number two, Right, Honorable Speaker, my dress was torn, and I want to lay on table for purposes of investigation. Right, Honorable Speaker, you've been speaking about gender violence. We must walk the talk. We should not only talk about things that we're unable to do. This dress had been bought that day when I was coming to Parliament.
Imagine. She bought her dress that day to come in Parliament, yo. And security guys just tear it out, yo. How can this happen? This is Uganda, our motherland, the pearl of Africa. But just because of a dictator, things are awkward. Things are moving in a backward style, yo. Imagine sending statutory officers who are not parliamentary officials to Parliament just to mistreat members of Parliament because you want to pass a bill in your favor. General Museveni.
It was coming from the constituency, and I didn't have time to go to my home to dress up. I quickly went to the shops to buy something. This tearing is at the breast part, If someone tears a dress at the breast part, by this time you can wonder where my breasts were. A Muslim woman.
Amabere bali bagagaza ati. Era banoonya amabere. Ewali amabere ebavumbagira. Basajja nga baseegu bano. Bakulaba ku mabere ga Ajati.
Who covers herself and only leaves out the face and the palm. This dress was also torn from the lower part up this point. All the thighs were spread out. Right, Honorable Speaker, why I want to lay this on table is for you to direct an investigation on who are the people that laid hands on me in a way that was so dehumanizing. For a member of Parliament, not outside Parliament, but in this August House. With your permission, Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay my dress.
First, don't lay it. because I've not. Honorable members, I made.
Omukyalo ono atya obujulizi alinga General Museveni tebaagala bujulizi bulwete ekitunga kiwa obujulizi bakyesambaja nedda don't let bwato ne lopu jo sunyunyu naye bwamugayimbu don't let tebaagala bujulizi naye nga obujulizi bujja kubafuula ab'eddembe very soon.
A statement in the last sitting that I did suspend members, and when I suspended the members, I did not order for any arrest of any person. I suspended the members, they left, and what Honorable Aisha can do is to bring a substantive motion to that effect on what happened today. You don't have to lay because you need a substantive motion on that. And as I said the other time, I left the chambers, and I'm happy you know that I left the chambers. I came back. I don't know what happened. Huh?
Right on, Boss Speaker. I don't know what the motion would speak to. I only pray that your office investigates on who else rules this parliament other than the rules and yourself.
That is exactly what the motion should say. That there should be an investigation to what happened. It is simple, Hajat. Bring a motion.
Okay.
Madam
Yes,
Speaker,
yes,
Madam
Honorable
Speaker,
Macho.
I really want to thank the Parliament for their prayers and your help. That 2 days ago, Honorable Odero Were, the Member of Parliament for Samavgwe South, got a terrible accident and one person died. Madam Speaker, I rose to appreciate you that we called you at the time that we wanted help and you really...
He's on procedure. No, he's on procedure.
I am on a procedural matter. And so I really want to thank you on behalf of the people of Busia district and the people of Uganda. And this, Madam Speaker, calls government to see that it must take attention on our roads. The state of roads are very, very bad. This morning I passed Mavira, it was...
First of all, before you go ahead, Hajat, I feel what you feel, and I must say, whatever happened to you, we are with
ajukira bujukizi nti oli byayogedde banange biruma nja kulaba wanga atali muntu olokubanga simusaasidde kati n'agamba oye kamalega musaasira kamalega just pretense let me just pretend nti musaasidde nti nalumwa nate nga gwe ayita abamulumya okitegedde kati ali mu kulimba mbu I moved out then I came back I found that has happened bya happening bitya waki bya happening ngo moving out meaning it was a deal. Yeah, it was a deal.
Thank you so much.
We are with you as women, and whatever happened, I don't know who did it, but I must say sorry for whatever happened, but as a woman, I feel what you feel.
Right, Honorable Speaker, thank
Madam
you so
Speaker,
much.
as I summarized, I was still on floor.
Macho.
No, it is okay. Let him finish. Hajat.
Madam Speaker, I was still at the same time going to also sympathize with Hajat. And it says that we are in the month of gender-based violence. The rights of women of this country must be respected in case it happened. Because the mother of a nation is through the foundation of every country. I really want to thank you also at the same time. I see our parliament has changed, looks like a House of Lords. This makes Uganda as a country very proud. And thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Maybe before Lob says something, honorable members, kindly, this is a festival season. Just imagine when you're driving, everybody out there is not okay. He's also rushing for something else. Let's drive carefully. We almost lost a member this weekend, and the member has been hospitalized.
Right, Honourable Speaker, I want to join you firstly in commiserating with our colleague who was involved in an accident. Sadly, I learned somebody passed on in that car. We pray that he recuperates soon, our colleague, so he can rejoin us. Honourable Speaker, I also want to welcome you back as you welcome us back from a mini recess of sorts. I see what has changed here. The lights are very bright. I am hoping these are the kind of lights that cannot be switched off, because the last time we were here, all of a sudden it became dark. There was fire and brimstone here. So I'm glad the lights are brighter. Hopefully they'll remain brighter and that they are the kind which can be switched off. Unfortunately, though, Right Honourable Speaker, normally I'm able to see my friend, the Prime Minister, and we have some chats across. Now there is a wall. I'm not able to see the Prime Minister very easily. Normally I'm close to the Speaker. Now the Speaker has been taken the other side. There's lots of changes we're trying to. But I'm glad. I also want to welcome back our colleagues, the media, who are part of us as an institution. Rule 31 provides for the fact that the public ought to follow the goings on here, because we deliberate here on behalf of the public. And the only way they can follow is when the media is present. Last time they were not. Honourable Speaker, I have two very quick issues for your ruling. They're slightly unrelated, but I'll make them quick. One of those, Right Honourable Speaker, is I'm seeking through your office that government would help us understand that's seemingly convoluted of late. Ugandans travel within the East African community, and it should be freely anyhow. But government has severally been picking people, especially from Kenya, who have traveled. The first lot went for a training. They were picked and brought back. Most recently, a senior opposition leader in this country, your former leader, Right Honourable Speaker, Dr. Kiza Besije, was picked from Nairobi, Kenya, by Ugandan security operatives who brought him here, and now he's before the court martial. Many things confused me, even as a lawyer, that I thought government would probably elucidate on, so that we have a good understanding. Even those of us who are who are trying to understand the legalities, to know on behalf of the country how this gets to happen, that it can be okay for people to continuously be picked from a neighboring country. I had one of the issues they were raising was he was found with a gun in Kenya, and I kept thinking, but jurisdiction-wise, that doesn't work. It should be Kenya to complain. So many questions, and yet the answers are too few. I thought government would help us understand. Has this become the modus operandi? As citizens who normally travel to these other countries?
Honourable Law, as I had already said, there is a statement to that effect coming from Honourable Semujo, and he actually served it to my office.
Thank you. I'm glad my colleague, who, by the way, just returned from jail, I'm on procedure, Honourable, and procedure takes precedence, sir. Thank you very much. As I was saying, Honourable Semuju is a victim, so he'll have a lot to share with us. But I thought I should throw that out, and my colleague will elucidate. Second issue, which will be the final issue, Right Honourable Speaker, on 6th of November, we're here deliberating on a couple of things for the good of our people. Honourable Speaker, I made certain remarks, especially in reference to remarks you had made during the coffee bill discussion, and I said that in my considered view, the remarks which had been made by yourself were tribal, in my considered view. Honourable Speaker, you said that you will only apologize, and you challenged me, and I took up the challenge. said that you can only apologize if I table evidence showing that you made remarks which were tribal in my view. I thought, who am I to be challenged by the Speaker and he don't follow through? Honorable Speaker, I have carried some evidence which I want to table. You will look at it and examine it. It's both on CD and flash disk, which has got videos.
Where is the origin of that?
Of remarks that you made.
Where is the origin of that?
The origin is the national broadcaster, Uganda Broadcasting Corporation. But Honorable Speaker, you examine them and you'll
my love,
give your ruling.
My love.
Yes, right, Honorable Speaker.
Don't go on a fishing expedition.
No, I am not.
Because when you get what is being broadcasted there, it is not what I have said. The broadcaster is broadcasting its own things. It is not, if you want, go to the Hansard. That is, go to the Hansard and get it from there, and it will be authentic. And I can assure you, once you have it and it is authentic, this country has my apology.
But most obliged. That's why I said, you see, even in court, we table evidence, and then there can be a ruling on the evidence. So when you asked me for evidence, I have just executed my duty to table. We're going to examine it, Right Honorable Speaker. Finally, Right Honorable Speaker,
Honorable Member, incidentally, that statement of yours that day was expunged from the Hansard. There was nobody to elaborate on it, and you had already left the house. But going back to coffee bill, you've gone back to the coffee bill. Actually, the coffee prices have gone up.
Right, Honorable Speaker, as I wrap up.
Honorable members, what Honorable Semuju wants to raise. First, give him time.
Let me just wrap up and my colleague comes on. I'm just wrapping up, Right Honorable Speaker, with the final issue. And you have actually mentioned what I wanted to say, that Honorable Speaker, you expunged remarks from the Hansard about a claim that I made of security operatives raiding the chambers of parliament after the media was chased away, lights switched off, and our colleagues, including women, were bundled up by men and all of that. And I said, Right Honorable Speaker, who are these? Who, in my view, were security operatives? And you said that that was a defamatory statement because these were not operatives. I said, well, good enough, the Speaker is our leader here. There are cameras here who can help us understand who raided this place, who manhandled Honorable Aisha and all the other people that were manhandled. And again, I know that there are cameras in here, but I said I'll still put it on recording. I have a CD here and a flash disk of people who raided these, our chambers, and manhandled people, for you to examine and help us understand who were these. Because even right now, Right Honorable Speaker, you have said you don't know who these were. That actually worried me the most, because you are the head of this institution, you are our leader, and our safety is to a great extent your responsibility. So if my Speaker does not know who raided this place and manhandled members of parliament, I am actually very worried. And I'm hoping that, Honorable Speaker, you'll follow it up, because the evidence is here, as I have tabled it, for you to follow up and help us understand. Because if my Speaker doesn't know, then who knows? I thank you.
Honorable Law, that evidence is not admissible. What is admissible is on official report. That is under Rule 228. What you could do, please write to the Clerk of Parliament and ask the Clerk of Parliament for all what happened in the proceedings of Parliament on that day. So please do that.
Eyo ye Uganda. Eyo ye Uganda. Asotuka ngomanya tuli mu Uganda.
Public gallery. We have VIP Bitangaro who have come Parliament who was elected for Procedural, now member of Parliament. Grace, congratulations, and you're most welcome. Welcome. They are represented by Honorable Afidra Olema, Ronald, Honorable Kia Joan Aniku, and Honorable Etuka Isaac. You're most welcome and thank you.
This is how they survive. They pay school fees with, they make their lives ends meet with. And it is out of that, they made their contributions to support me. I'm so grateful for you. This is the parliament you sent me to, and you sent the rest of the team here too. I look forward to 2026 being sent back.
House, that preparations are underway, and from our side, we should be able to lay the budget framework paper on Thursday, 12th December 2024. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Honorable members in the public gallery this afternoon, we have a
Behavior. Parliament ya Uganda. Buli kimu kirima gyenjeeki. Tulina kwesabira nnyo. Kubanga naye akatayina mugaso, tayina nnyo makulu. Nga President Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Bobi Wine bwe yatugamba nti Parliament eri useless, tayina makulu nayo esana kusobola kuvaawoko. Notereza eggwanga lyaffe ne batuddamu tugibanga bupya naye eriwo. Waliwo nannyini buyinza. Kyayagala kyasalawo. Ne bweba ensonga zirimu eggumba. Taziwabudde. Kale, mbaagala nnyo mwenna abaliko Mukama akuume mweraba.